Okay, we have some examples for derivatives of functions which involve inverse trig functions. First one is sine inverse evaluated at root x. Derivative of that function, remember, the derivative of sine inverse evaluated at a function, in this case, this is u, is u prime over root 1 minus u squared. Derivative of root x, this is 1 over 2 root x. And the denominator is 1 minus square root x squared is just x itself. So I can simplify a little bit more. I can multiply this down there. Look what happens here. This will be 2 root x root 1 minus x. How about the second one? Okay, well, maybe I should write this one, rewrite this thing as this is x plus tan inverse x to the power negative 2. And then when you want to find the derivative of that, this will be n u prime u to the power n minus 1. So here, n is negative 2 times u prime, derivative of this, and then x plus tan inverse x to the power negative 2 minus 1. This is negative 2. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 over 1 plus x squared, or x squared plus 1. Those are the same thing. Times x plus tan inverse x to the power negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Okay. The third one is, this is u, so the derivative of cosine inverse evaluated at u is going to be u prime over 1 root of 1 minus u squared. Oh, there is a minus sign, sorry. Derivative of cosine inverse is minus u prime over root 1 minus u squared. Derivative of sine x is cosine x, 1 minus sine squared x. And that is minus cosine x. I can simplify, I'm done with differentiation, but I can simplify a little bit more. 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared x. And this will give me minus cosine x over absolute value of cosine x. Remember, always if you have square root of something squared, that is absolute value of that something. The last one, we are trying to find the derivative. This is product of two things. This, I need to find derivative of first one times a second one plus derivative, the first one itself times the derivative of the second one. Cotan inverse, we want to find the derivative of cotan inverse of x squared. This is u. So it will be minus u prime over 1 plus u squared times sine x plus cotan inverse x squared. Derivative of sine x itself is cosine x. And this will give me minus 2x sine x over 1 plus x squared. The squared is x to the power 4 plus cotan inverse x squared times cosine x. And that is the derivative of the last function. So you need to have the derivatives of inverse trig functions in your differentiation toolbox and use them when you see in different exams.